All right, welcome everyone. Welcome. How are y'all going?
Fine, thank you.
I hear some good, I hear some fine thank yous. All right. All right, so let's get ready to begin. All right, and we'll start with a word of prayer. So pray attention everywhere.
Who did I say was the prayer from last time? I think Leila and somebody else.
Yes, I think maybe Leila.
Leila and somebody else.
Yeah.
Leila and me.
Who is me? Nathaniel?
Nathaniel, yeah, me.
All right, so as Nathaniel is here, let him pray.
All right, so pray attention everywhere. Let's go. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Dear Father God, thank you for everything. Also, thank you for blessing us. And please help us to have a good time in this meeting today. And please help us to do the right thing to listen. And please help us when we are in hard time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. All right, so let's start off with a few songs. All right. Hold on one second. All right, so anyone has a special, any special song that they want to sing, they want to start off with?
Anna, hand up.
Hand. Seen two hands. Go ahead, Sana.
Jesus love is bubbling over.
Jesus love is bubbling over. All right, Kaya, what's your song?
Come and go with me to my father's house.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Tell you, that's a good one.
Yeah, your mom teaches them some old school songs. That's nice. All right, so we have two songs. Anyone has a third song? Elena?
Elena, yeah.
All right, Elena, let's hear it.
Why don't you lift up your hands and praise the Lord?
Repeat, I didn't hear that too clear. What song is that?
A song that I know.
Oh, say the name again, please.
Why don't you lift up your hands and praise the Lord?
If you want to see
the glory of the Lord, why don't you praise him? Lift up your hands and praise him.
All right, so that is bubbling over. Oh, I forget Kaya's song. What's Kaya's song again? Kaya, remind me of your song, please.
Come and go with me to my father's house.
All right, and then we'll do if you want to see the glory of the Lord. All right, so let's go with It's Bubbling. All right, mics on. All the muted mics. It's time to sing. Time to sing. It's time to sing.
Time to drink.
All right, Liam, Isandro, Sana. Time to sing. All right, and Sana, you could start your song first, and then we'll go into the rest.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. All right, let's go. 3, 4.
Jesus love is a bubbling over.
Jesus love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah.
Bubbling over.
Come on, I'm not hearing the voices. All the muted mics. Come on, let's sing it now. Kaya, you want to start your song first? 3, 4.
Come and go with me to my father's house, to my father's house, to my father's house. Come and go with me to my father's house. There'll be joy, joy, joy. Jesus is the way to my father's house, to my father's house, to my father's house. Jesus is the way to my father's house. There'll be joy, joy, joy.
All right, so let's go with the last song
And
now.
Elena, now is Elena time.
Yeah, Elena. Yes. Starting it first. 3, 4. If you
Want to see the glory of the Lord, why don't you praise Him?
Lift up
Lift
your
up your
hands.
hands and praise Him. If you want to see the glory of the Lord, why don't you lift up your hands and praise the Lord? Why don't you praise Him in the noontime? Praise Him in the evening. Why don't you praise Him? Lift up your hands and praise the Lord.
Yeah.
all right. Okay, excellent. All right, so we will do our devotion now, and after that we'll do our starting exercises, right? Let's learn song, and right after that we'll be getting into the final section of our book, My Will section, right? So I'm handing yours over to Auntie Hester, where we will do our devotion. Right, pay attention.
All right. So you're gonna. I share the screen, or you share the screen? You will share it? Okay. All right. So last time we heard about David the King Part 1. Anybody could tell me what happened with David the King Part 1? Ah? Yes, Kaya.
King Saul wanted to kill David, and also David was a shepherd.
Okay. All right. King Saul wanted to kill David, but David didn't kill King Saul, right? Although he had plenty chances to kill King Saul, but that didn't happen. David didn't want to do that because King Saul was once the anointed person, from God, and he didn't want to do that. So let's go. King David, Part 2. David was king of Judah in the southern Israel, but the rest of Israel took Ishbosheth, son of Saul, as king. Civil war raged for 7 years, but David grew stronger and stronger. Finally, Ishbosheth was killed by 2 of his own soldiers. Then all the tribes of Israel came to David and anointed him king over Israel. At long last, David was king over all the nation. The first thing David did was captured Jerusalem. It became known as the City of David. He rebuilt it as a stronghold against enemies. From Jerusalem, David's army went out to conquer the Philistines and other enemies of Israel. Next, King David brought the Ark of God to Jerusalem. The Ark of God contained copies of the 10 Commandments and other laws given to Moses by God. The Ark reminded the Israelites of God's holiness and their need to obey him. David had to fight many battles in the early years of his reign. He was a wise soldier and a humble man who prayed for God's guidance. It bothered David that he had a nice house to live in while the ark of God remained in a tent. So David decided to build a temple. Nathan, God's prophet, told him to go ahead. And that night, God sent a message to David by servant. God sent a message to David. My servant David, the Lord will make you a house where your days are fulfilled and you rest with your fathers. I will set up your child as king after you, and he shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the truth of his kingdom forever. So God here is telling him, he is not the one who's going to build the house. David wanted to help any survivors of Saul's family. He found only Jonathan's son, Mephibosheth, who was crippled. He shall eat at my table like one of the king's sons, David said, and David was kind to him. Well, I can't pronounce that name properly. Anybody could want to pronounce that name for me? Anybody? Yes, Kaya.
Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth. Okay.
Mephibosheth.
Mephibosheth. Okay. Mephibosheth. Right. So David was kind to Mephibosheth because Jonathan had been his best friend. Remember Jonathan? Jonathan was good to David. As long as David trusted God and obeyed him, God helped David to prosper. But one day, a terrible shadow fell on David's life. He sent his army out to fight while he stayed in Jerusalem. And one night he couldn't sleep, so he walked on his rooftop and looked out over the city. David saw a beautiful woman. Her name was Bathsheba. And David sinned with Bathsheba, even though her husband Uriah was one of David's brave soldiers. When Bathsheba later told David she was going to have his child, David knew his sin was creating more problems. Instead of confessing to God, David tried to cover up his sins. You see, he lied again. That never works. He called Uriah home from the battlefield, hoping that Uriah would think the coming baby was his. But Uriah would not live at home while his fellow soldiers were at war. Uriah slept at the door of the king's house. So he wanted to cover it up. So David did an even more wicked thing. He sent Uriah back to the battlefield with a letter. The letter told the general to make sure Uriah died in battle. When Uriah was killed, David took Bathsheba to be his wife. 14. God sent his servant Nathan to show David his sin. And Nathan told David a story about a rich man and a very poor man. The rich man had hundreds of sheep, but the poor man had only one little lamb, while he treasured like a daughter. When a traveler came to the rich man did not kill one of his sheep to feed him. Instead, he took and killed the poor man's lamb. Oh no. So David was angry at the rich man's selfishness, and he cried, "The man who have done this shall surely die." "You are the man," brave Nathan told David. What David had done was much worse than what the rich man did in the story. God showed David how wicked he had been, and David was sorry for his sin. He told God, "Against you have I sinned and done this evil," and God forgave David's sin. But Bathsheba's baby was very sick and died soon after birth. God forgave David for his terrible sin. Then Bathsheba had another child, Solomon, who was to become a great king after David. But King David had many other children. some of whom brought him great sorrow. And that is the end of King David part 2. And that story is found in 2 Samuel 1 to 12. The end. Alright, so David, yes, after 7 years fighting, he got the crown. And when he did get the crown, he fixed up Jerusalem. He also wanted to build a church for the ark. But the Lord told him, no, this was not him. It would be somebody else. And we all know who that was. That was King Solomon. Right? But David did a bad thing. Right? And when you sin, if you don't confess and you keep on sinning, it becomes big. So he sinned, and then he sinned again. But and it became one big thing. People lose their life. Right? And because of that, David first he did not confess. Nathan had to come and show him, okay, this was your sin. And then he confessed. But because of that, he lost his child, the first child, Bathsheba. Right? So sin is not good. But when we confess our sin, Jesus is there to forgive us. All right? All right. Good. So that is today's story on David's King part 2. All right. Okay, so let's start our meeting. Our meeting this week will be on My World, which is the last section in our book. All right. Good. So let me see who's there. Okay. Isandro, you're going to lead out today with the pledge. Sammy, you will do the law. And Sana, you do the song. All right. So attention, everybody. Attention. Please unmute your mic. Isandro, please lead us out. Isandro.
I don't think he's there anymore.
He's not. I'm not hearing him.
He's not.
He's there.
He's not in the chat anymore.
Sammy, go ahead.
Pledge.
Pledge, Sammy.
Ora sorry. Present arms. Go ahead. Present arms. Okay. 3, 4. Jesus wants me to be obedient, pure,
That's the law, Sammy.
That was the Lord. We are doing the pledge right
It's
now.
the pledge, Sammy.
It's the pledge.
That's why we do present arms for the pledge only, Sammy. So keep your hands up. Yep.
Just love me. I will always do my best.
Right. Order arms. All right. Now we have the law, Sammy. Go ahead. The law.
just wants me to be obedient,
Therefore, be true, be attentive, be punctual,
attentive,
be
careful,
be
Respectful,
reverent.
be reverent.
front.
Very well. Sana?
We are adventurers.
Just as long as
We
we
are
are
adventurers.
To be honest, I
like Jesus through and
we
through.
are
We are no man full of life. We are like Jesus through and through. We are adventurous.
Very good. All right, so let's have a seat. Look, send it now. I forget to put it on. Okay. All right, so go ahead, Jerome.
Okay. All right, so you all ready to begin class?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, so let me see all the builders we have right now. All the builders, right? All right, so builders, I want you all to grab your books. Grab your books right now. We'll be starting with you all today. Grab your books. All right. Hi, Shanice. And let me share my screen. To share. All right. So y'all can builders, y'all can participate in the other stuff that we are doing, of course, but I want you all to work on this in the meantime. So you turn to page 33, page 33. Right?
Send it to her.
33. Right? And this is.
Excuse me, Joe. Uncle Joe.
Hi.
I did this.
Oh, you did
I
it already.
did already.
Excellent. Right. Okay. So whoever did it, that's good. Right? But I want you all to work on this meantime, all the builders, right? So this is the world of other people, and you need to know and explain your national anthem and flag. So what you have to do here is write the words of your national anthem, right? And everyone knows our national anthem. All right, I hope that you all know the national anthem. So you write down the words here, fought from the love of liberty, the fires of hope and prayer, right? You're going to write it out here. And you need to write why we sing the national anthem, right? So we sing the national anthem because, right? So you need to write a reason there. All right, so builders, you all need to work on this right now, okay? Draw the flag. So you're going to draw your flag right here. And then you're going to put what the red stands for, what the black stands for, what the white stands for, right in this section here. All right, if you don't know, we'll assist you. But for now, right, if you know, you write it in right there. After that, you name your country's capital and leader of your country. Your country's capital is, what is the capital of Trinidad and Tobago? The country's leader is, right? So you put that, you put our prime minister there. Right, now, when you are done, you're going to come down here, right? And this is a cube that we have to make, right? I think we'll probably cut it out. And yes, so we have a printout. We have a separate printout of this for them.
Yeah, we have a printout.
Right. But so you're leaving this one in your book, so you can write it out in the meantime.
And to try to get pictures for these things.
Yes, you can get some pictures as well.
Try and collect pictures, so when I drop off the paper, you all could just stick it, okay?
Yeah. Right, so national capital, national leader, national pledge, national anthem, national flag, and national animal, right? Okay, so builders, that's you all can work on that in the meantime, right? So that is Liam, Safira, Sammy.
Okay, so.
And Shanice, right? Okay. Right, okay. Good. So y'all could go ahead and in the meantime, but y'all could of course listen in as we go along. All right, so let's begin the presentation. All right, so we are beginning the My World section of book, final section. All right, so this is just an overview of everything that we have to do, but we're going to talk a bit about friendship. So who have friends in class here? Let me see all those who have all who have friends. Okay, I'm seeing Malachi, Matthias, and Kaya. Okay, Malachi, Matthias,
And Sammy.
Okay, Sammy, okay, all right. So Nathaniel, you have no friends?
And all Sana.
No?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess Nathaniel is the only one who apparently has no friends, right? And what does it mean to be a friend? Can you all tell me what it means to be a friend? Let me get some answers from you all. All right, Kaya, let's start with you. What does it mean to be a friend?
It means a person is kind to you. The person sometimes comforts you when you're sad, and also sometimes they even stand up for you.
Stand up for you. All right, very good. Any other answers? What does it mean to be a friend?
Malachi.
To be kind.
To be
And
kind.
respectful.
All right.
Respectful, correct.
Yes, Anna?
Sana.
A friend is somebody who plays with you and is kind to you and who cares about what you care about.
Right. Yes, very good. All right, so anyone here doesn't need friends? Let me see the hands of those who don't need friends. All right, okay, so everyone, we all need friends, right? But remember that apart from having friends, you are also required to be a good friend. As a Christian and an adventurer, you are also required to be a good friend. All right, and that's what we're going to learn about today in the first section, right? Being a good friend. All right, so let's look at the text on screen right now. And it says, they help each other and say to their companions, be strong, right? So someone said something about encouraging or being there for your friend, right? This text talks about that, Isaiah 41:6, right? They help each other and say to their companions, be strong. So it talks about encouragement of your companions and encouragement of your friends, people that you have in your life, people that are close by. All right, Nathaniel, you okay? Nathaniel, there's your section, huh? You didn't sleep last night? Right, this is your section, right? Okay, so let's go. So turn your attention to the video on screen. Right, so I think that I don't think I have my song shared. Right, so you all should be hearing now. All right, so let's go with the video on screen. Listen up.
What makes a good friend?
A friend is somebody who you meet up with often.
When people play with you, always hugs me.
A good friend is someone who picks you up when you fall, makes you laugh, plays with you whenever you're sad, and would just do
Excuse me.
for you.
Helping,
I can't see.
just being kind.
Give them some of my toys. To be kind to each other and you don't argue. Or if they listen to you very nicely, we can play with them or we can play with somebody else. You be kind to them and you never argue with them.
Accepting for who you are and what you're doing every day.
If they're kind to you, if you're ever like sad or angry.
He's always been there for me to help me.
If you're playing the game, you can let them join in. If they don't want to, you can just say if you want to join in, you can.
I think mates are good friends that they take care of you, and if you fall over, they help you, they pick you up.
I think a good friend makes you happy and is always lovely to you, and it's always like funny and nice to you.
Are you a good friend?
I actually don't know, but I've got a lot of friends in the class. I know that.
All right. Okay, so that's just a short video on what it means to be a good friend. All right. So, Busy Bee. All right, Busy Bee, we want to turn to page 31. All right, or the Busy Bee.
That is Nathaniel and Matthias.
Page 31, right? And it says, tell how you can be a good friend. Use puppets, role playing, or your choice, right? So we would have done a video, all right? But now you all have a little activity to do, right? So it says, you have to fill these out, right? Hi, my name is so and so. So it's like a little role play, right? Hi, my name is. What's your name? Do you want to play a game with me? I feel so and so when you stick your tongue out. I like so and so, right? So now in this section here, you can put in someone's name, a name of your friend, right? Or your name, right? And right, Nathaniel, Matthias, right? You put in the name of your friend or your name here, right? And then you said, do you want to play? So you put a game that you like to play with your friend.
Uncle John, my dinner's away.
Oh, you did it already. All right, very good. Right, and then Nathaniel, okay, all right, good. All right, so that's good then. That's excellent. Right,
That's
so
very good.
Yeah, that's this first part here.
Okay, we have Darian Franklin on. He's the guy from Maloney.
Right.
Hi, Darian.
He's builder.
He is bear builder.
Builder, right. Okay.
Right, so you will tell him what he's supposed to.
Right, Darian. You can turn to page 33 on your book, right? In your book, page 33. And with the builders right now, they are working on this activity here. No one explain your national anthem, right? So you're writing in your national anthem there. Why you sing the national anthem? Draw the flag of your country and what the colors of the flag stands for, right? You write in your capital and you write in your country's leader. Then you are filling out this cube here, right? What you can do is get some pictures, right? You can get some pictures and that will
I think they can't hear. He can't hear. I think he just sent a message. All right.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So he's trying to talk or say something.
All right. I'm having.
Okay. All right. So let's continue. Go ahead now, Drew. Okay, you're hearing? Okay. So she just sent a message that he's trying to talk hearing. So let's continue. All right, Darian. He's telling you to do page 33 and page 34.
You're hearing me?
By the meantime, you could look at what we are doing. Yes, I'm hearing you, Jerome.
Okay, wow. My battery was dying, so I just had to plug it in quickly. All right, I think I'm okay now.
All right, so let's continue. He will go ahead with his book. You continue.
All right, no problem. All right, so yes, BCB, very good, right? You all would have done this activity already, so that's fantastic. All right, let's go back to the presentation now. All right. Right. Okay, so we're moving on to Sunbeam now, right? We are moving on to Sunbeam, and we are going to do the courtesy award, right? So we're going to work on the courtesy award right now. And this is something everyone can take part. Everyone can take part in the courtesy award. All right, but of course, the billers will do something separately. All right, so any sunbeam, can you all tell me what is courtesy? What courtesy means?
The billers.
Sunbeam? All right, Kaya, yes. Can you explain to me what courtesy means?
Courtesy means kindness.
Kindness, all right. Any other definition of courtesy? All right, okay. All right, so let's go on. So this is the golden rule. Everyone knows the golden rule? No one knows the golden rule? All right. So the golden rule says, you can find it in Matthew 7:12, and it says, therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets, right? Now, it's a bit, they say it, you know, a little confusing because it's King James Version, right? But what is basically saying, whatever you want to be done to you, you need to do it to others, right? So you don't wait until someone is kind to you for you to be kind to them. You have to treat people the way that you want to be treated. So if you know that you like people to talk to you nicely, you talk to them nicely. If you know you like to be hugged, you give someone a hug, right? So you don't wait until someone treats you a certain way to treat them that way. You treat people like you want to be treated, all right? And that's the golden rule, right? It also, another way of saying it is, do unto others as you would have them do to you.
What's the
right? Do unto others as you would have them do to you. So, Kaya or Sana, you all want to say that after me, right? So, do unto others as you would have them do to you. Let me hear you all.
Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you.
Right?
You
So
will have them do unto you.
Have them do unto you. Right? And that is golden rule. So there are certain courtesy words. That we need to use in our daily interactions, right? And I'm pretty sure everyone knows what they are. Right? I'm pretty sure you all know what they are, but we are just going to run them through. So these courtesy words are, if you step on someone's toe, what do you say? Anyone can answer, by the way. I'm not too sure why everyone camera is off and mics are off and stuff. We still in Adventure Club together.
I'm sorry.
Right, so if you step on someone's toe, what you say? Go ahead, Kaya.
I'm sorry.
All right. If you go to your mama and you are asking her for some ice cream, what you say? Well, someone else. Someone answer for me. You go to your mama and you're asking for some ice cream. Can I have some ice cream? What?
Please.
I have some ice cream, please. Yes, can I have some ice cream, please? If you are in club, and you want to ask a question, what do you say? You put up your hand and you say what? Yes, Kaya?
Excuse me.
Excuse me, right? That's how you get someone's attention. Excuse me. And when your mom gives you the ice cream, you say, can I have some ice cream, please? And your mom gives you the ice cream, what do you say? Darian?
Thank you.
All right, so that was Darian's question. All right. And after, in response to thank you, what do you say? What's the answer for me? In response to thank you, what do you say? Sammy? Yes, go on.
You are welcome.
You are welcome. Right. So these are certain courtesy words. I'm pretty sure everyone uses them because we all have manners in the Adventure Club, right? But it's always good to get a little reminder now and then, right? And of course, these are words that you want to put into your into regular use because it shows you as being polite and courteous, which is not only a quality of an adventurer, but it's also a quality of a Christian, all right? And you can always read in the Bible how Jesus interacts with everyone that he meets. He was always polite and very courteous. And this is, we remember that we are all trying to be like Jesus, right? Okay, so that is, that's a reminder for you all. All right, so we're going to do a little activity. We're going to do a quick activity here, all right? And we let the Sunbeam answer first. But after sorry, my system is freezing again. All right. Yeah, so we let the Sunbeam answer first. And so it's 4 in total. It's 4 in total, and one example is already done. Right? So one example is already done. So can you all tell me if the one that was done already, is it correct? Is it correct? Can anyone tell me if it's correct?
No.
It's not correct, right? Okay. So this girl, right? This girl has broken something, right? She has broken something and her mom finds her. What is the correct response, right? Oh, let me give you all the page number, by the way, Sunbeam. Right, so Sunbeam, you are on page, please don't write on the screen. You are on page 32, and number 6, right? Page 32, number 6, it says, show acts of courtesy as you ask for a drink, say thank you, apologize, greet a friend, share, and take turns, right? All right, and we are required to fill in the balloon with a courteous statement. This is number 6 on your award, right? This is number 6 on your award. All right. Hold on 1 second. Right. Okay, so you all have turned into page 36. Page 32, sorry, number 6. Right. Okay, so so let's all go together. Right. Okay, so this first one here, okay, I would have answered this one already. This first one here, what is the answer for this one? Sunbeam, the other Sunbeam. Sana, what's the answer for this one here? So this guy, this boy is asking for a drink, right? So what's the answer there? I think Sana is having some technical issues. All right, Sana? Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Can you all give me the answer to the first one here? This first bubble, put up your hand. What is the courtesy word that he needs to use here? Oh, Sana is there. All right, Sana, go ahead. What's the courtesy word?
Thank you.
And the first one? Thank you.
That one's please.
Is, right, ask for a drink, right? Is ask for a drink. So it is, what's the courtesy word?
Please.
Please, right. All right, so the second one here. The second one here. Anyone else? So you two Sunbeam would have answered already. Anyone else? Any other adventurer want to take this one here? Any other adventurer? Shanice, you want to take it? What's the courtesy word that this girl is supposed to use here? You don't know?
You.
Thank you. All right, so thank you goes here. Right, and the last one here, right? What's the courtesy word that this guy is supposed to use here? Any other adventurer? No one? Anyone? When you are greeting a friend, right? When you are greeting a friend, what's the courtesy word you're supposed to use?
You're welcome.
When when you greet a friend. Yes, Malachi.
Hello.
Hello, right? Hello, hi, good morning, good evening, right? As those are greetings, right? All right, so Sunbeam, you all will fill out this one. I'll fill out this one. All right, as we continue with the courtesy award. All right, so these are some texts. These are a few texts that shows some courtesy, right? And I think we would have done Matthew 7:12 already, right? Another one, I'm a good neighbor, is Luke 10:27. Luke 10:27, and it says, love your neighbor the same as you love yourself. Love your neighbor the same as you love yourself, right? And what that text is saying, that the way how you treat yourself, right? The way how the things that you would do for yourself, the way that you treat yourself, it's also important that you treat others, not your direct neighbor, right? But the term neighbor means anyone that you come in contact with, right? Anyone that you come in contact with. And that is what that text is saying. We also have Luke 10:30, right? So Luke 10:37, and that's Good Samaritan, I believe, right? All right, hold on 1 second. All right. Okay, so we're looking at page 31 now, Sunbeam, right? We're looking at page 31. And the first one there, you all will have done it already. Explain what courtesy means. So you need to fill that in, right? You need to fill in, explain what courtesy means, right? Recite and explain the golden rule. We would have done that already. So you need to tick that one, right? Be able to demonstrate good table manners, right? Now, this is something that you have to do at home. The table manners you have to do at home. All right, and you will do that in right. So parents, right? Page 31, right? As far as possible, you can help. Parents of Sunbeam, you can help with this, right? So either of y'all, Sunbeam, by the way, either of y'all have set the table? Have you all set the table? Kaya or Crystal? Sorry, Sana. I'm looking at your name. Yeah. All right. So that's one. Properly set the table. Then correctly ask for and pass food. Properly excuse yourself from the table, right? And the words that you say to properly excuse yourself from the table, right? So those are things that you need to do at home. When you do that, you can tick it and have your parents sign it for you. Right, so the next thing is make a telephone call using good telephone manners, right? So what is good telephone manners? What is good telephone manners? Now, there are certain things that you say when you are using the phone, right? There are certain things that you say and certain things that you do when you are using the phone. All right, so everyone can get involved. Everyone can get involved. So when you answer the phone, and it's an adult, right? When you answer the phone and it's an adult, what do you say? What do you say? You answer the phone and it's an adult. Kaya, what do you say?
Can you please repeat the question?
All right. So we are on number 4 right now. Right, we are number 4 of the courtesy award, right? And it says, make a telephone telephone call using good telephone manners, right? So you're on the phone and you are speaking to an adult, right? So the first thing that you say, what do you say?
Anna.
That's now Sana.
Good evening.
All right, so a greeting, good evening or good afternoon, right? Now, if it's a friend, if it's a close friend, right? If it's a friend, if it's just your friend that you are talking to on the phone, how would you greet them? Yes, Anna, go ahead.
What did you say down?
Number B, yeah, so you're looking at number B in your book. Number 4, part B, right? So a friend, right? So if you are greeting a friend on the phone, what do you say?
Well, you say their name, of course.
Well,
if you know who it is, you say hello, good day, whoever, or hello, good afternoon, whoever you're talking to.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask anyone in the club, what is the difference between talking to an adult and talking to your close friend on the phone? What is the difference between talking to an adult and talking to your close friend on the phone? Anyone? Sandro, you want to answer that question first? Go ahead.
Well, with an adult, you have to have a lot of respect. And with a friend, and a friend, you can't have respect. You always have to have respect. But some friends will just say, yeah, boy, how you going?
Right.
And if it's an adult, you will say, hello, good afternoon. Yes. Yes.
Right. So there's a difference between a peer, right, or a friend, and an adult or someone who is not a close friend of yours or someone who is not your age, right? So there's a different type of respect that you need to show them. Now, your friend, you'll be interacting all the time, right? So it's less formal, it's more friendly. But with an adult, you need to be a little bit more formal because this person, they require a different type of respect. It's not that you will disrespect your friend, but there is a different type. It's 2 different types of respect, right? So you need to always bear that in mind, right? So let's go quickly to an introduction, right? And Sunbeam, right? If you are introducing yourself, same type of question. If you are introducing yourself, have you ever introduced yourself before? Kaya, have you ever introduced yourself? You never introduced yourself? Sana, have you ever?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I have introduced someone, but not myself.
Yourself, all right. Sana, have you ever introduced yourself to someone?
I have.
Right? So there are certain things that you need to say when you're introducing yourself. Of course, you say your name, right? And depending on the context, so let's say if you are introducing yourself as an adventurer, you have to say what class you are in, right? Things like that, all right? And I believe these are things you know, all right? So, of course, there's a difference between introducing yourself to an adult and introducing yourself to a peer, right? Or introducing someone. Let's say you're introducing someone to someone else, right? So if you are introducing your teacher to a parent, right? Someone, can you give me an example of how you would do that? You're introducing your teacher to a parent. Anyone? Sandro got to answer a question already. Anyone else? Where's everyone? I'm not sure what's happening today.
Oh.
Come on, this club is you participate in club. It's interactive. Yes, we are doing some stuff for Sunbeam, but everyone can take part. All right, Kaya, go on. If you are introducing a teacher to a parent, how would you do that?
You would say, this is my teacher. Well, since I would be introducing my teacher, I would say, this is my teacher, Miss Sepio.
All right, so you introduce your teacher, you give them, you will tell them your teacher's name, and then you would say what class they teach you, right? And of course, you always have to remember to be respectful, right? All right, so last in the courtesy award here, just make sure, right? All right, so y'all can give an experience, share an experience when an adult was courteous to you, or when you were courteous to another person. So Sunbeam, right? Think of an experience when an adult was courteous to you. Now we learn the courtesy words, we know what courtesy is. Think of an experience when an adult was courteous to you, and when you were courteous to another person, right? So either one of you all can give me one experience, all right? So you all have, all right, Kaya, which one you are doing?
When an adult was courteous to me was when I was going by my grandma around Easter, well, after Easter time, and I really wanted a new toy, but she said she wasn't going to get it. And then she said she would get it. And then another time when I was kind to someone was when, well, I went by one of my friends and she really wanted to be a police guard because we were playing police. And I wanted to be one too. Then I said, it's okay, you can be the police if you want to.
All right, very nice. All right, Sana, yes, go ahead.
When my granny fell down in the bathroom and I took her things, I took water, I took her telephone, I took paper, I took her glasses, I took her Bible, I took almost everything for Granny and she felt better.
All right, that's very nice. Yes, thank you for those experiences. All right, okay, so thanks for participating, y'all. And you're going to, right, so you'll take number one. After you explain what courtesy mean in your own words, you will take number one. And then you would have done the golden rule already, so you'll take number two. When you set the table and correctly ask for fast food, properly excuse yourself from the table, right? So we'll come back to this maybe next week, right? And I'll ask you all about your experiences, and then you'll take that. You'll take number four, right? And number five, right? You will take number five as well. And then once you fill out these bubbles here with your courtesy statements, you will take number six, all right? So Sunbeam, that is your courtesy award, all right? It's a very short, quick award, very easy. Darian, you have a question? I'm not hearing you. I think something is up with your mic. I'm still not hearing. Can you all hear him? Anyone else can hear him? Okay, it's not just me. Let me see. Right, I'm not hearing. You probably need to reconnect your mic. Or probably try to leave and come back. Sometimes mics don't connect properly the first time, right? All right, so let's move on. All right, so that was the Sunbeam. All right, so let me check in on the builders. Builders, how are you all? How are y'all going with your activity? Builders?
I reached. I put in my country's leader is Her Excellency Paula May Weeks.
Okay, that is
Malachi.
yeah, no, our country's leader. Okay, so that's the president, right? But in Trinidad, the president is not the head of state, right? So the prime minister is the head of state. So you need to put in the prime minister there. All right, so you know who the prime minister is, right? All builder, right?
Dr. Keith Rowley.
Dr. Keith Rowley, right? Okay, so y'all, all right, so y'all could go ahead with that. If y'all have any issues, you could just ask me for some assistance, right? All right, so Sunbeam, right? So we're going back to Sunbeam again, and I'm going to give you all some stuff to do during the week, right? And it wouldn't be for next week, it will be for our next class when we're going to do Friend of Nature and the Friend of Animals Award, right? So the Friend of Animals is Busy Bee, Friend of Nature, Sunbeam, right? But you all have some stuff to do to come back to that, right? So let me start with Busy Bee actually. Only 2 Busy Bee we have today. And Nathaniel, do you have a pet by chance? I know Matthias has a pet, but Nathaniel, do you have a pet by chance? Where's Nathaniel? He's here, right? Yes, you do. Yes, Nathaniel has a dog, right? Daniel, you're sleeping?
Sure.
All right. You have a dog, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, great. So so when we are doing this award, right, that is the Friend of Animals, right? I think our boats Busy Bee okay with the pets, right? Matthias, you have a puppy, right?
Yes, and a cat.
And a cat. Okay. All right. So so yeah, so y'all will have some questions to answer, right? And they will all be related to taking care. Well, some of it will be related to taking care of a pet, right? The sunbeam, you all have some activities to do, and this is for next class, right? So this is what in as under section 2, which is the world of other people, right? Page 33, we're looking at page 33 now. Explore your neighborhood, list things that are good and things that you can help make better, right? Things that are good and things that you can help make better. So you're going outside, right? You're going outside with your mommy or your daddy or your big brother or big sister, whoever, right? And you need to list some good things about your neighborhood. So some good things about your neighborhood, you put it right here, list it out here, and things you can help make better. So things that aren't so good that you want to help make better, that is on this side here, right? So you all could start taking some of that into consideration, right? You look at some of these things, right? Next thing is, from your list, choose ways and spend time making your neighborhood better. So I'm giving you all just about 3 weeks to do this one, right? This is Sunbeam again. So if you want to help pick up some trash, if you want to paint some posts, etc., you need to do something here, right? You need to do something here, and then you need to share what you did. So you're writing good things in your neighborhood, things you can help make better, and then you're choosing one thing from the things that you can help make better, just one thing, and you share what you did here, all right? So just about 3 weeks to complete that, and you all should be okay with that, right? The other thing that I want you all to do, right, and this is for next class as well, not next class, but next class, is the World of Nature Award, right? And I'm just going to show you all number 2 here. Number 2 is the back rubbing, right? It's back rubbing. So I want to just show you all exactly how you are supposed to do that, right? And then you can show us your back rubbing next week, next class that we are dealing with this, right? So Sunbeam, right? This is back rubbing, right? And it is some, let's put my screen up for, right? And it will be, when you are done, it is pretty, right? And you can see just an example of how to do it here, right? So what you will need, right? It's a large crayon or colored chalk, thin paper, a tree, a notebook, and a pen, right? All you do, you peel the paper from the large crayon or use a thick piece of sidewalk chalk, right? So crayon or chalk. You press the sheet of thin paper up against the back of a tree. So you choose the tree, you press the sheet against it. Those who have trees in the backyard, that'll be very good, right? Press the sheet of thin paper up against the back of the tree and then gently rub the side of the crayon or chalk on the paper until the pattern of the bark shows, right? So you just want to rub on it until you get that pattern showing on the paper, right? You're doing this for 3 trees, for 3 different trees, and then you can compare. So compare rubbings from different trees, which bark patterns make the nicest rubbing, and can you tell which rubbing came from which kind of tree, right? So what you can do when you have finished your bark rubbing, you can just write the name of the tree, or if you know it, right? So let's say if it's a mango tree, fine. If it's not a tree that you can recognize, that's okay as well, right? But you want to do, you want to just, when you are done, right, you keep the tree, right, that you would have done, and you place it in your book, right? Place it in your book and then we'll look at it, right? But of course you can send us a picture, your parents can send us a picture in the group so we can know exactly what you would have done for that segment there. All right, so that's the one I want you all to work on for the next 2 weeks where we'll be doing our awards. All right, so give me 1 second. Just waiting for a file to open up here. All right. Okay. All right, so let's do a review. Sorry, I think my laptop needs a restart. Darian, are you getting through with your microphone? Okay, I'm seeing. You may have to leave and come back. Can you leave and come back? Can you leave the Zoom chat and come back? See if it works then. All right, so yeah, that was BZB, right? That was BZB and Sunbeam, right? And the final thing that we want to do today for BZB, all right? For BZB, that is Nathaniel and Matthias, right? We want to talk a bit about church, about the work in church, right? So this is under the will of other people. So we are turning to page 33, right? Okay, and in church, there are a lot of work that goes on, right? Now we know that we haven't been in church for a while, but there's still a lot of work that goes on behind the scene, right? So anyone can tell me some type of jobs, some type of work that people do in church? Can anyone tell me some types of jobs in church? All right, Kaya, yeah. We'll start with you. What type
The
of
head of safety.
head of safety? All right. Yes, yes. Matthias, yes. What types of job?
Cleaning.
Cleaning, right? Janitorial services, yeah. Anyone else?
Building.
Building, all right. Anyone else? What types of jobs are there in church that people need to do for church? Yes, Kaya?
Camera people.
All right, so now we have camera people, right? Because of how our church is online, right? There's a lot of filming going on and stuff. But other stuff. Yes, yes, Anna.
You need editors as well.
All right, so camera people and editors, right? All right, anyone else? There's a job that no one is calling. What's a job? I'm not hearing it.
Children's ministry.
All right, head of children's ministry, yes. That's a job. Who said? I didn't hear the last one.
Deacons.
Deacons, yes.
Pastors.
Aha, I heard it. Matthias, you said it? Pastor, right? Okay, so pastor, that's one of the biggest jobs in church, right? And so we need to remember, we always need to remember that church, it doesn't run just so, right? There are a lot of work, additional work that goes on into it, right? And even Auntie Hester, she is the adventure leader, right? That's a big job as well. And she has a full-time job. So she gives up of her time to do a lot for the club, right? And for the adventure club. And that's a whole separate job as well, right? So she's doing two jobs, okay? So there are a lot of jobs that goes on in church, all right? And we need to remember, well, I know that we're not in church right now, but we always need to be respectful in church and stuff and respect the fact that a lot of people participate to keep church running, all right? So let me go back to the presentation now. All right, and we have a text here. We have a text here, and it says, that's 1 Peter 4:10, like good steward of the manifold grace of God, serve each one another with whatever gift each of you has received, right? Like good stewards of manifold grace, serve each one another with whatever gift each of you have received. And that's what church workers do. All right. So we have some pictures up on the screen, right? We have some pictures, and I tried my best to put people who you would see on online church. So anyone can tell me who they are, right? Put your hands up, right? And we just want to say who these people are and what job they do in our church, right? Who these people are and what job they do in our church. All right, Busy Bee first, yes. Nathaniel, anyone? Who are these people and what job they do in church?
Pastor Nicholas.
Right, Pastor
is
Nicholas, right? And he is the... Who is he, Nathaniel?
Pastor Nicholas is the preacher.
He's the pastor for Fireverse Church, all right? Matthias, the other Busy Bee, all right, and I'll take two other people after, but yes, Matthias, anyone on the screen? Can you recognize any of these people on screen?
Uncle Kevin.
All right, Uncle Kevin, and what is his job in church?
Elder.
All right, not just elder, but he is
First elder.
First elder, right? All right, so we have the pastor and the first elder. All right, so anyone else? Let's see some hands. I'm seeing Sana's hand up. Any other hands? All right, Sana, yes.
Auntie Peggy, she's the elder, and she's also the children's division elder.
Children's division elder.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't know that one, but she is prayer ministries, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah?
Yeah, she is. She's prayer ministry as well.
Okay, so that's a very important job as well, because remember, church, we required to pray a lot, right? Prayer is what keeps us connected to God. I see Nisandro hand up, but I don't think I should give him this one. But his hand has been up for it. All right, Nisandro. Yes, who is the last person there? Right, all right, Capon Thomas, right? And what is his position in church?
His position last year was the music director. Position this year is the communication department leader.
Right, communication, right, and he's also a chorister. All right, and what is his job in your life? Right, so Brother Kevin Thomas is not only our communication leader, but he is also the father of Isandro. All right, and Brother Kevin Ramsoak is Sana's daddy. Who didn't know that? Everyone knew that? All right, that's Sana's daddy. All right, yes. All right, she's very proud. Look at her big smile. Yes. All right, so so that was so we need to be mindful, right, of some of the work that we do in church. So the other thing that you all could look at, BZB, right, is when church was open, we could participate, but we can't do that anymore. So you are supposed to learn about one job by helping a person do it, right? And it's not really possible anymore to do that. So what you can do in this section here is draw what you would like to do, right? BZB, you can draw what you would like to do. So think of a job, think of one job that you like in church, right? Think of just one job that you like in church and what you would like to, and that you would like to help do, and you will draw it in this section here on page 33, and that will complete the world of other people for your BZB section. All right, so that's a lot that we would have done today, and we are coming to a close. All right, and that was all the activities. All right, so let me just check in on the builders one more time. How are you all? Good? Builders? Good? Good, any assistance? You all getting through? You will have completed your sections. Yeah? All right. Okay, so so that was our our main stuff for today. All right, so next week we'll be continuing, all right, and we'll be continuing with some of the friend stuff. Here. Get some feedback to show from where. All right, okay, so I'll hand you all back over to Auntie Hester, and we'll see as we come to a close. Oh, Sammy, you have a question?
Uncle, just 34. In these small cubes, do we just have to put the picture in it?
No. Hold the picture by you. Just if you can find pictures, right? When Auntie Esther drops off the actual cardboard cube for y'all, then you will stick your pictures there. All right,
Okay.
but in the book, just write. In the book, just write. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Darian, I still can't hear you. I see in your hand up, but I can't hear you. All right. Yes, so.
Did not hear me. Oh, sorry, I was talking, Matilda.
As now,
All
it's
right. All right. So today we learned a lot, right? We have a lot to do in our book. Next week I have a surprise. I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to be a surprise. All right. So next week, make sure and be here, especially for the courtesy award. Kaya and Sana. I have a surprise. I have some guests coming on, hopefully, if it comes through. All right, so make sure and be here. Okay. All right. Please make sure and fill up whatever you need to fill up. The builders, I will drop off the hardboard so that you could do it. So you could, that you're supposed to make into a box. Cut it out and make it into a box. Darian, stop showing face, please. Thank you very much. Right. And right. So we'll do that when we are doing the craft. That is part of our craft project. Right. Good. Any questions, anybody? No questions? All right, so we will see you all next week. I know we are in the middle of tests. You all have tests coming up soon, and in school, in school. All right, make sure and study hard tomorrow for your tests. That's coming up. All right, but I will make sure and drop off for the craft. But next week I have a surprise. I hope it comes true. If it not, well, I'll try for next time. Okay. All right. So we're gonna close off because we have a meeting. I have a meeting to go to with Brother Jerome. All right. Also, information for the Pathfinder Day, Adventure and Pathfinder Day. That's coming up soon. All right. So what we have to learn, what we have to do, we will tell you. All right. And that's, we might have to come by your home, or some people to come up by Lupino to do Fleming. So, because remember, we all are part of the Adventure and Pathfinder Day. All right. Which will be aired in August. We are looking to have our B uniform on, which is the green jersey, and our pants, which is the blue pants, or the skirt, which is the blue skirt. And we will put on the scarf, right? Our scarf over our jersey to represent we are adventurers, okay? All right, so more of that information will come by, I will have a parents meeting with your parents soon, and we will say what is what and what we're going to do. All right, so look out for that. All right, so we're going to end off today. Liam, you're going to do the pledge. Shanice, the law. Nathaniel, the song. And Matthias, you're going to pray to close. Okay? All right. And that will be how we're ending off today. All right? So Liam, so let's go. Attention. Liam, I see a freeze. Liam, freeze. I'm not hearing you properly. All right, Liam, here what? I'll give it to you, Sandro, and next class I'll give it because you're sticking.
Auntie, just now you were breaking up.
Liam, I will give it to Isandro. So Isandro, please do the pledge for me, please.
Okay. Adventure pledge for the 3. Because Jesus loves me, I will always do my best.
Order Rams. Shanice, the law. Shanice, I'm not hearing you. The law. Jesus wants me to be. Shanice, you're having some technical difficulties. I see Liam is back. So I could give it to Liam. All right, Shanice is having some difficulties. Liam, do the law for me, please.
Eventual law.
Yes.
3, 4. Jesus wants me to be obedient, pure, be true, be kind,
hold on,
be
Liam.
respectful,
Is everybody
be
supposed to say?
attentive, be helpful, be careful.
Be reverent. All right. When we are saying the pledge, the law, and the song, not because I call on one person, that means we all not going to say it. Everybody have to say it. This way, when I call on you, it's going to be easy for you to say it. Okay? All right. Thanks, Liam. Shanice, next week is your turn. All right. And Nathaniel, song.
3, 4. We are adventurous.
Great. All right, pay attention, everybody. Tyus, go ahead.
Thank you for Sabbath day. Thank you for Sabbath school, God and for weekend. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, thank you, Matthias. All right, thank you for coming for today. Remember the homework we talked about last week. Hope you all finish up that. Also, what you're supposed to do today. Good. Next week, we will continue on My World. All right. And I hope I have my guests will be here for next week. Right. So guests, it's more than one. Right. Good. So I hope you have a good evening. And remember, we are on a lockdown, so nobody should go out the house. Right. And you'll behave yourself. Good. Go and study tomorrow. Tomorrow, go and study for your upcoming tests. Because remember, just now school will be closing and they'll have tests. Hope you all do good. All right? Good. And you'll have a good week this week coming up here. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.